Hey Cancer, how you doing? I am here to drop in with you for your Quest wild card read in the lead up to the Aries Hunter's Harvest Moon. It's just around the corner here. I hope you've been getting a chance to step outside and check out that waxing beauty because she is glowing so brightly in the night sky. I can't wait to see the full super moon. It's going to be so phenomenal. And there's a lot of celestial activity going on. So there's a lot more to see than just the moon. There's some interesting things happening with Saturn too in the skyline. And even in some parts of the states tonight and also tomorrow night, the northern lights are going to be visible. So there's just so much magic swirling about the atmosphere right now. I know there's a lot of heavy stuff going on in the world, but there's a lot of beauty here in tandem too. So let's tap into that energy a little bit as we find our way through these energies that are mounting at this time, closing up a significant karmic cycle that ties all the way back to late 2009 when Pluto first really started taking us on a ride to the underworld to integrate some pretty heavy stuff. And we still got Pluto in the mainframe for some time to come, but we are preparing to move more into the expansive quality of that energy with it in Aquarius. So let's see how this is going to influence you. How is your quest going to unfold, Cancer? I'm opening up here first to just get sort of a lay of the land with the Sacred Rebels Oracle. I do feel like there's a little bit of the rebel that's awakening in you. You might be going rogue. You might be breaking the mold. You're taking on more of a maverick kind of archetype. You're switching things up. You're not doing things the way you've always done them. You're trusting the beat of your own heart and you're letting it guide your next steps forward. So let's see what's coming in here for you. I'm excited to see what's in store for you, Cancer. Of course, you got a lot of blessing energy on offer because you are hosting Jupiter. And Jupiter is exalted in your sign. So there's all kinds of goodies that are going to be coming your way while you're hosting the benevolent planet. And I think it's high time. So let's see what we got here. Yes, okay. Your chariot may not be here yet, but it will arrive soon. We got 32 coming in here, breaks down to 5. So things are sort of in a state of flux right now. You might be noticing where things are in the mutation phase. It's like, okay, everything that was is kind of dissolving, it's coming undone. And now we're entering that waterway, and I'm not quite sure where it's taking me. I don't know why I got that vibe from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. A lot of people know it as Willy Wonka, and that movie that came out with Gene Wilder first, and then there was a later retelling of the tale, but it's all about the original. But really, it's all about the book. You never read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You really need to check out that book, but it reminds me of the tunnel scene, and they're in that chocolate river. It's like there's no knowing where we're going. Maybe you're entering a little bit of a passage like that because it gets a little surreal. At times it feels kind of scary because you don't know what's up ahead. But we know it all comes right as rain in the end. So I feel like that's sort of your message coming through here. But initially, it might sort of like wake up a very young part of you that's really trying to have faith in the process that what you need to move forward is going to come on through. But it will, okay? Hold out just a little bit longer, Cancer. Your chariot is going to arrive on the scene. For those of you that have children, you may also be concerned about something with your child. And there might be something here you need to handle with a lot of tenderness and a lot of compassion, being very mindful of how you're using your words too. And this can be in any relationship, especially when you're feeling really activated. Just remember to kind of connect with your heart before you speak, especially if you're trying to keep yourself calm when somebody's poking at you or trying to get you to rise to provocation. Just remember that your words have a really powerful effect. So softly, softly, the tender touch here, okay? Coming in with the number 20, there's some kind of judgment that's coming through here. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. I also feel like there's something here that is allowing you to finally speak something into existence that maybe you didn't have the courage to say before. And it's actually really beautiful. And it more has to do with this new awareness you have. Look at all that light coming in at the crown, at Sahasrara. And it's really activating your vision. You're seeing things in a way you never have before, right there at Ajna. So there is some kind of understanding you have that you didn't have before. You might be drawn to Kuan Yin at this time. Very gentle energy, really beautiful, compassionate energy to work with. She's a bodhisattva, you know. She could have transcended this realm, but instead she committed to stay until all sentient beings were free. She rides through the sea on a dragon. So there's this kind of energy coming through. There is something almost I want to say like regal coming through you, and yet at the same time there's just like this beautiful softness to it. It's like you don't need to boast. You've learned a lot of really powerful lessons here. You might be moved by the growth that you've experienced. You might be shedding tears now, but they're not tears of pain and sorrow, they're tears of joy. And maybe that's how you are able to approach somebody who might be judgmental or kind of pushing up against your boundaries a little bit in such a way where you can see the young part of them. Maybe you recognize that this person's scared. They're scared. Maybe you're entering into a healing process with somebody and you can see how scared they are. And you remember when you were there. And so you're really lovingly holding space around this. Whatever you're speaking here, it's beautiful. There's something beautiful you're weaving into existence here with the power of your words. And there's so much wisdom you're executing here, and it's not coming through force, it's coming through a lot of gentleness. And I do feel like you might be experiencing some cleansing tears, but you know, have you ever had a bittersweet cry where it's like you're reflecting on something that was really painful and yet you feel so much deep gratitude for it because you really recognize, wow, you know, I could have never seen that back there, but I really understand now what a teacher that person was to me, even though it was such a difficult, painful experience at the time. Even though I didn't get it back then, I just see the interconnectedness of it all and how I really do appreciate who I am now. And if I hadn't have gone through that experience, I wouldn't be who I am now. And so there's this moment where everything just comes together so cohesively, so harmoniously, where you really recognize like it all does really serve a purpose. There are no accidents. And so when we do feel in that space, like, I don't know what's up ahead, and maybe you feel a little nervous, it's a little bit of an unknown territory, you can have faith. You can have faith in the process because you remember times when you were there before and how beautiful of a journey it was to get you to where you are now, where you finally have the strength to really own your voice, own who you are, and share your wisdom with others too. This also might be some kind of call for you to share your wisdom with others. You have something of value to share with other people, and maybe you're using your voice to share that. And it may be in healing a key relationship, or maybe speaking a truth that's been held in for too long and needs to come up and out. Or maybe you're singing a song that is rooted in the pain of the past, and it's something that's really freeing you, not only emotionally, but creatively. And it hatches some new vision here. This is your wisdom coming through and you sharing your voice. And it could be musically. Look at this. We got shock of the new. All right, look at that. You might be going into the studio. You might be laying some tracks down. There's a dream hatching here. You might be taking to the airwaves. You might be broadcasting something. You might be starting your own channel. You may be a channel. You may be getting a lot of downloads, a lot of activation, a lot of stuff coming in. There's so much wisdom there, so much that you have to share with others because of the experiences you've been through. There's something about this that's the seed of your future field of dreams, okay? So trust what's coming through here because there's something about it that really is aligned with your north node and your purpose, and it's really going to land in your heart. I love this. Beautiful energy. All right, tell me a little bit more about this for Cancer. What is this shock of the new? Brand new experience, brand new vision. Maybe you never expected this. There's also something about working with your voice too. Kirtan, singing mantra, might be something that really frees up Vishuddha, the throat chakra. Oh man, I love this energy. This is so good. Look at this. Yeah, you're wrapping up cycle on something. Every journey begins with a single step. Here is where the light starts to come in. And look, so much light in the upper channels. It's like your heart space is being freed up here. You're being freed of everybody else's judgments and all their shoulds and all the ideas they had about the life that you were meant to live. And this is like really reclaiming energy here. There's transformation at foot with the butterfly medicine there. You're getting your wings. You're coming out of your chrysalis state. I got the song Caterpillar Girl from The Cure. Well, caterpillar, but I can't help but think of Caterpillar Girl, you know? Maybe when you were a girl, you were like that. You were very tight in the bud, but now you're like, no, I'm really ready to like take up my space. And there's something about that. It might be shocking somebody who expected you to always stay the same. They have a different reflection of you now. They're like, when did you get to be like this? Like, just as I start to see you for who you really are, just as I'm ready to finally acknowledge you, you change and you fly away from me. I love that song. It's a beautiful song. Yeah. I think you're really like looking back, you're reflecting on everything you've been through. It's like you're looking at your life story, the way it's unfolded, 13 on the clock. Okay. There could be some ending you're facing. There could be a Scorpio connected to this. Something's coming to a close. You're grateful to this person. You got a lot of power that came out of that experience, even though the ending was really painful. There might be a trip involved with this. There might be a journey involved with this, with the butterfly medicine coming in too. There could be something about connecting with air signs as well, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that can be quite beneficial for you. They can help you build the light in your life. Maybe even partner with you on something, or they're encouraging you to open up about something. Maybe share it creatively. This suitcase, it's full of light, right? It's like you're traveling light here, but it also looks like a book with the bindings there, you know? So there might be something about also expressing yourself through writing. Maybe you have stuff that, you know, you've written in a journal or you've jotted down. It's stuff you kind of kept to yourself, but you've never shared it with others, and maybe it's time to share it with others. It can bring a lot of healing to other people. And I love this too. It's like you're definitely moving against the grain here. You're finding your flow. You're totally immersed in the waterway. And it reminds me of, you know, salmon when they spawn. It's like they go upstream, they go against the current. But there's like this beautiful creative act that happens there. New things are born. And I really feel like this is you heading into your rebirth here, and you're moving against the grain, and yet it doesn't feel arduous. You're so peaceful moving in this direction. It's different from what you've done before, but you at the same time feel very much in your element. You might be having doves come in as messengers for you. that are letting you know that this rebirth is on its way. There also might be some important trip that you're going to take here. It might take you to a whole new city, somewhere you've never been before. And maybe this is a place where you align with your vision, or you head down a different track that you never expected, or you could be laying down some tracks. I don't know why I got that, you know? Maybe you're laying down some vocals or something. Maybe you're doing an audio book. Maybe you're going and you're doing some slam poetry or something, or you're hitting an open mic night or something. You're going somewhere you haven't been before. You're opening up to the experience, and there's something really cathartic that's happening here. I really dig this energy. It's very cool. You also could have been dealing with a Pisces. Yeah, with that. Wow, just as that came out, releasing allegiances, okay? So you could have been dealing with somebody that, you thought you were in harmony with each other, but you're recognizing, I had a blind spot there. There was something I didn't see. We got the number 10 coming in here too. Makes me think of the Wheel of Fortune. There could be a Sagittarius connected to this. Any of the fixed signs really also come in with that Wheel of Fortune. So there could be an Aquarius involved, a Taurus, a Leo. You could be a Cancer, Leo cusper. This could be speaking really strongly to you. Or a Scorpio. Scorpio already came in, okay? But I just feel like you're really coming into this Venusian energy. Pay attention to where you have Venus in your chart, because I really feel like that area of your chart, wherever you got Venus, it's getting just like this amplified infusion of mojo. That's what it feels like, okay? So see what sign yeah, 17 on the clock. There's something about that, okay? Notice what sign it's in, what house it's in. It's really telling you about what's happening here. But you are releasing some kind of hanger-on energy here that's just, it's overdue. It's overdue. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to have a new view. It's time for you to release some allegiances to the past and sort of find a new community of people too. You might be hitting the road to discover where you want to put down some new roots. I could see that as well. Whatever this is, you're going beyond normal here. 14, something's balancing out. Again, Sagittarius energy, okay? You got some golden idea coming in here. It's very much musing energy. It's something inspirational. There's all these little details to it leading up to this big moment of like, oh my gosh, how come I never thought of that before? It's like when this arrives on the scene, it feels almost holy. Like you feel like this is some kind of divine intervention. And it happens at the 11th hour. So there's something really beautiful that's hatching here. It brings about a change in your life. But when you notice, okay, because there's all these like signs, there's all these little synchronicities. They don't seem like much, but they are what kind of brings this whole vision together, this idea, this golden idea. You must act on this. And again, there's something here about using your voice. Okay, it reminds me of a grandfather clock, for whom the bell tolls. But why do I feel like this is more like bells ringing that signal like an idea whose time has come, okay? There's something visionary happening here. And when you see the way that this comes in and all the synchronicities that lead up to it, there's something just so magical about this. You really realize that there is a design. There is a cosmic order here, The cogs have been spinning all along. It gets your cogs turning too. Really cool energy. Okay, one more round of this and then we'll see what do you need to alchemize? What needs to be kind of transmuted here? This full moon energy that's coming in will head us into a dark phase that will lead us up to the Libra new moon. And that's when the new cycle really does kick off here. That is on the cusp of Scorpio season. So you're going to have a couple weeks here for integration after you get this illumination that comes in with the full moon. Right now, there might be a little like blockage around your expression, or there's something still needing to clear here from Vishuddha, from the throat chakra, or something that makes you feel like you're kind of blocked off from your purpose, or you haven't quite hit the mark yet. Don't worry, it's going to come in, right? It's going to come in at what seems like last minute, though I feel, but when it does, you're like, it's perfect timing. Like you really will recognize that life always happens right on time, even though we often think it's running late. Okay. So yeah, there might be something that you feel like, what's the hold up here? You'll get it when it finally comes in. Yeah, there's a legacy of light building here. And again, if you're a mother, you know, there could be something here connected to your child that's of great importance to you. You may feel like you have a grandparent energy, somebody who's already passed on that's providing you a lot of guidance from beyond the veil. And this is also something about generational healing here, you know, being a break in the link of the chain so you don't pass on unhealthy patterns to younger generations. I also feel like whatever this is, whatever you're contributing here, whatever you're sharing here, it's something that will benefit younger generations too. You might feel really called to work with children, some of you. I don't know if you feel drawn to do like art therapy or something with children, or there's something coming in around this. Look at this, visions of life beyond death. So absolutely, you got some kind of grandparent energy that's guiding you, watching over you. This is going to be very evident, comes in with the full moon. You might be navigating a little bit of an initiatory gateway there where something is coming to a close, so something new can be born. It's got like grandmother spider energy. If you're not familiar with her, look up the story of grandmother spider. I think there's like some kind of wisdom there for you to grok. I really want you to like dive into it if you feel drawn to, rather than just kind of like giving you some superficial like explanation for who she is. Ooh, yeah. There's something there that's just for you. Okay, so look up the story of grandmother spider. All right, there's some kind of beauty that's about to hatch in your life. It's something that's going to come in during this cycle that gets kicked off with that full moon, that will lead you up to the new moon in Libra, right on the cusp there, the 21st of October. And whatever this is, it is protected. We do have Libra there too. We got Raven medicine here. We also got Sagittarius here. So there could be a Libra, Sagittarius connected to this. There also could be something about this where it's like you feel like you're moving into unknown territory, but don't worry. You'll have the wisdom to see your way through, and you'll discover the beauty in this too. There's some kind of magic afoot here as well. Okay? Whatever this is, it does feel like sort of like very expansive. And maybe one door closes, but you recognize, yeah, one door closes, but there's beauty in this too. There's beauty in this too, because I've gained so much strength from my past, and now there's so many more possibilities for me than I ever thought possible before, you know? And it's like you're experiencing new life on the other side of some major transition here. Some of you may be acting as a bit of a guardian at the gate for somebody who is transitioning. You know, you might be providing some kind of hospice care or bringing a sense of respect around that passage. You know, we always celebrate the births, but very rarely do people acknowledge the power of celebrating the transition at the end of life and making that a very special experience. I think I've had this message come in for Cancer before about some of you may be really called to do death doula work, you know, and that's powerful too. And it doesn't just have to be for physical death, it can also be for those big deaths we experience, big life transitions. So, I mean, you could be moving to a whole new community, really far away from your family, far away from everything that's familiar to you, and that can feel like a death. You may be ending a marriage, that can feel like a death, or you may be experiencing some other kind of major shift, a total shift in your worldview, or even in your own sense of identity. But whatever this is, it gives you so much mana, so much power, and what arises out of it hatches a new vision of beauty. You realize there's still life here, there's still beauty here, there's so much magic here. I like this energy, it's really cool. Yes, look at this. So you might be going your own way for a little bit, and that's okay. You're listening for truth, not anybody else's truth, your truth. That's what's really important here. And conch shells, what's interesting about conch shells is they have a lot to do with memory, nostalgia. Okay, so I do feel like there is something here where it's like a bit of a life review too, but there's so much sweetness you're extracting from it. And it's almost like you're delving into those experiences and you're reviewing them so you can really get the medicine from them, because it's those parts you want to carry forward with you. You don't want to lose the light that came through the wound. You know what I'm saying? This really looks like you're going through a powerful journey of healing, and it's awakening some kind of creativity to you, and it's like really radically transforming your life. Like you're going to reach a point where everything becomes brand new. Wow, Cancer. Okay, let's see what you're alchemizing here. This looks like quite a bit of magic on offer. Bottom of the deck, we got the King of Pentacles here, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be connected to this situation. This could also be really transforming your work as well. Maybe you've always done a particular line of work. Now you're doing something very different. Maybe you're hitting the road with your work. Maybe you're embracing more of a free path that allows you to travel and see the world, or maybe that's something you want to do. Some of you may really feel the urge to write a book, and if you do, you should follow up on it, because this could even be something like, you know, going on a book tour, you know, sharing your work with people. And maybe, you know, you don't need to wait for the offer to come from a big publishing company. Maybe you can self-publish, and you can go travel and drop in at different bookstores and, you know, set something up where you can have an evening, share your experience. You know, this could be taking a workshop on the road too. So there could be something really transforming with your work, how you earn money. Also, when I think of the King of Pentacles, I do think of the partner. Okay, so there could be something transforming in some kind of significant committed partnership. I feel like ultimately there's something beautiful that comes out of this, whatever transformation is taking place here. And that's the truth. This will go down in the fall. There's an Ace of Wands here, okay? There's some kind of power that's going to be put in your hand. And you should take action on this. It will transform your life, and there's growth that comes from it. So let me get around here, get more details about this for Cancer. I think you've navigated a pretty slippery situation with quite a bit of deftness here. Like you seem to have firm grasp on the situation. You learned that you don't have to hold on to things so tightly when they get tricky. The more you just sort of like relax into it, the more that you're able to figure it out, the more you're able to sort it out. You've learned to be more trusting. Maybe that was something that was a little bit more difficult in the past, but you've really learned how to just go with the flow. You've seen that things tend to work out better that way. Okay. Let's see what wants to come in here. I'm going to do like one more round here. If nothing pops out here, we'll do one more round. And if nothing comes out, I'm going to trust that this is your message, and we'll just do a cut of the deck, okay? One more round. Maybe there's like, I got to go one more round. Just, yeah, here, something came out. Let it right on top of that journey and listening for your truth. And I like this. It's like it kind of comes out with simplicity. It's like we don't need to make it convoluted. There doesn't need to be a lot of details here. All right, keep it simple. We got here. Oh, look at this. You got the Ace of Cups. This is so beautiful. It's like divine intervention. Again, doves coming in here for you. You're getting some kind of healing here. Something is really going to fill your cup and it just overflows. This is a lot of creativity coming through you, first of all, but this is also you finally getting what you need to feel fulfilled. It's like you might have gone through a long period where you felt really parched, and now it's like the restoration energy is coming in here. You will see the full impact of this next summer, okay? So whatever starts now, this power that's being put in your hands, this action you're going to take, it is your cauldron of Dagda. So it brings you healing, really deep healing, and it awakens your creativity, and it starts a brand new journey for you here, where you really are moving forward in a very new way, totally brand new. And I think you're going to love where you end up, man. This is really just such a beautiful energy. And I really do feel like when you get to the final destination of this cycle, it's going to move you. It's going to make you emotional. And where you've had tears of sorrow in the past, these are going to be cleansing tears of joy, because it's just one of those moments of being awestruck of the beauty and the synergy of life and how it's so interconnected here. I love this for you. Wow, you got an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Cups. Your cup is going to overflow, man. So good. Cut of the deck. Look at this. You got the whole world in your hands. You got a brand new view. No more blocks in your way. There's also something about wherever you end up landing, you are going to love the view. It might be somewhere by the water. There could be a lot of mountain ranges nearby. I just feel like wherever you land, there's something about the view there gives you a lot of peace. A lot of peace. Ooh, I never noticed that before. And there's 2 roses here too. So I also feel like there's love. There's love for 2 here as well. Judgment with that. There's some kind of renewal energy coming in here too. There could be renewal energy in a family. I'm just noticing the child there, and you did have like this child energy come out. You could be the child, or you could have a child. So I feel like there's some kind of family healing happening here. There's some kind of renewal. And there could be something connected with the Sagittarius here too. That's, reaching out, wants to communicate, wants to talk. And there's some beautiful opportunity for healing and renewal here too. So I like this. This is beautiful energy for you. Looks like it's all coming up roses for you. So I love that. Wow. Yeah, I'd wait for it, man. In about 8 weeks here, you are going to hit the mark for your North Node. And everything changes from there. A lot of communication. You might move. Okay. You might travel. But this is a whole new view coming in for you. And you deserve it. And you're worth it. So really drink it in for all it's worth, Cancer, okay? Godspeed.